Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Xuan Kai and I'm a day trader from Singapore. So I'd just like to thank each and every one of you guys who have been watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. I'm happy to announce that we have finally reached 100 subscribers and I'm just very grateful to all you guys who have subscribed to my channel. It really means a lot to me. So I'm also doing a $50 cash giveaway to all of my lucky subscribers. It's not much, but at least it gives me a way for me to give back to you guys, and thank you guys so much for supporting me. So if you're in Singapore, I can treat you to a meal, or if you're from overseas, I can just transfer the money to you. All you have to do to win this is in 3 simple steps. So first, you have to be subscribed to my channel. Then you just have to comment in any of my videos in the next 2 weeks with the phrase "I'm part of the YouTube Familia." And lastly, to follow me on Instagram at xuankai-sama so that I can reach out to you guys. This will be going on for the next 2 weeks, so feel free to comment on any of the videos that I post during this time. I'll be picking the lucky winner at the end of the 2 weeks. Oh, before I forget, today's motivational quote will be, "The best way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." And this is by Walt Disney. So sometimes I also fall into this trap where I do a lot of overthinking and I don't do enough doing, you know? Yeah, it's sometimes known as analysis paralysis, and I'm sure that you guys have experienced it too. I'm not saying that thinking it's not good, but sometimes we do too much of thinking and then we don't do a lot of doing because we are too afraid that it might fail or we don't want to execute on it. But I assure you that even 1% of doing it's much more progress than 100% of thinking. So with that, let's get into today's video. So for today, we can see this is the NQ and this is SPY. You can see the NQ is actually, when it first started out for the day, it was pretty flat and then now it's pushing up quite nicely. For SPY as well, kind of downtrending at the start, but now it's uptrending again. There's not much news for the market, so let's move on to Tesla. So Tesla, you can see Tesla gapped up pre-market and then now it's just moving sideways and looks like it's going to push up again, but it looks like there's not much news for Tesla as well, so probably this gap up and this push upwards is probably supported by the market, and Tesla is probably moving because of the market. Yeah, so because other than that, we're gonna get into the live trades for today. I only took one trade today and it was a winning trade. So this was the trade that I was taking. So Tesla was gonna break the 646.5. That is the area that I was thinking to enter. So 646.5 is where I'm looking to enter right now. So now you can see that Tesla pushed down very nicely until around the 647 region and then she pulled back. So now it looks like she's wanting to push down again. So I'm getting ready to enter. 646.5 is the entry. I'm going to enter slightly earlier, so around 646.8, around that area. But now we see that the candle is bouncing yet, not too much movement yet. Doesn't look like she's going to come down anytime soon. But of course I took this trade already, so I know that she's going to come down. So you can see 647.5. Yep. A lot of hesitation here. 647.5. Can she push up? 647.6s all on the tape. Okay, now we see a bit of weakness in the tape. I see 647.3s and then it broke 646.8. This is where I entered. So I entered at 5.12, the premium, so for 2 contracts. So very nice. You see when she breaks 646. Oh, so nice. It's really beautiful, and this is probably where I'm looking to take my profit soon. 645.5 is where I took my first contract off. And then now I'm just watching to see if she has any more strength to push down. So the next area that I'm going to take profit is probably 644.5. So I'm watching the tape. I see a lot of 645s, 644.8, 644.8. I see 645 is still supporting a little bit. Can it bounce around here? 644.6. Looks like it's bouncing to the 645 region. And now it's pushing down again. 644.6. A lot of weakness in the bids. And then I saw 644.5 on the bids, and that's where I exited my second contract. So this was quite a fast trade, quite a nice trade. I think slightly less than a minute, and I got $102 for this after commissions. So not too shabby, I guess. Yeah, not too shabby of a win. Quite a nice win when she actually broke down very quickly. Yeah, could have exited a little bit better, but you can't complain. The only problem with not making enough money, that's a good problem to have. So I'm still quite grateful for being able to have that. So now let's go on to the journaling part. So for the journaling part, you can see over here, very nice. Tesla pushed down and then retraced 3 candles and then she pushed down again. So entry was the 646.5 region, stop loss was 647.5, and the take profit was around 645.5 and 644.5. So $1 and $2 after the entry is where I usually take my profit. So the entry for the premiums was 5.12, exit for first contract was 5.44 and the second contract was 5.86. So majority of the money was made in the second contract. Yeah, so position size was of 2 contracts and the total win was $102 after commissions. So I think entry was good for this. My stop loss I moved to 646.5 break even when the price moved to 645.8. What I like to do is I like to manage my position as well as it goes in my favor, so that I don't let my trades sort of turn red on me even when I am green already. Yeah, so I took one contract off when it hit 645.5. So very nice, very disciplined in taking my profits consistently as the market gives me, as the market goes in my favor. So my stop loss was also moved to 645.5 when the price moved to 644.8, and I took my profits very quickly. My second contract was taken off when I saw the bids move down to 644.5. Could have been a little bit more patient and waited for the 644.5 area to break, but I didn't really want to risk the amount of profit, so I took profits very quickly when it broke. When it didn't really break that much, but just the bids hit the 644.5 area. I think price was still around 644.7 area. Yeah, so I think some things that I did well was there was a good entry. I was able to scale out and consistently take profits when it goes in my favor, and I was also able to manage my position and move my stop loss down as the stock moves in my favor. So these, I think, are very good habits that I've cultivated along the way, and they will help me in the long term for trading. Yeah, so some things that I still have to work on would be trading with the $0.5 areas, and also to work on not getting distracted and disheartened during trading. So let me explain myself. So I was still very slow with trading with the $0.5 area. I lost track halfway through the trade. It doesn't look like I lost track during the trade recap, but I actually lost track in the middle because it actually moves so quickly. Honestly, when you're in a trade, there's a lot of emotions going on as well. Sometimes you freeze up for a moment if the trade moves too fast. Yeah, and I was very lucky that it moved in my favor, but if it moved against me, I would have exited the trade anyway. Yeah, but the thing is, it went so fast that I actually lost track of it halfway, and I found it quite hard to actually manage my position and exit consistently. It's easy to say it now in hindsight, because everything is already all said and done. You know what's going to happen. You don't actually have to predict what's going to happen. When you're trading, you can't see what's going to happen, or you don't know what's going to happen in the next minute or next candle. The candle is forming just at the same time. You can't really prepare yourself that much. The only thing you can do is get better with experience and practice, and then you can sort of predict the future a little bit, so you keep yourself more calm and you're able to execute a bit better. Yeah, and to be honest, also I was a bit discouraged during this trading session because I suddenly had a thought where I felt like nothing I did was like worth it, and I was just wasting my time with trading, because I think for the last 1.5 weeks the P&L was red. I ended last week on a red note, and seems like this week I'll end on a red note as well because of all the losses that I've taken. So this usually happens to me when I take a string of losses and I have red days or red weeks. Yeah, and I was also very distracted by my swing trade that I took on Tesla. Yeah, so it's a bit hard to focus and take the setups that were available. I definitely had to think big picture and not focus on the daily P&L, because I didn't execute very well, the day before, and I took a bigger loss than I should. But that was yesterday's trade. Today's trade, I should have been focused and be sort of present and centered, so that I can execute better today instead of focusing on what happened yesterday, what happened last week, and worry about the future, worry about the past, and not be in the present. Yeah, so I mean, all in all, I'm still very happy to end the day green, and I can also feel my emotions sort of swing up and down because of the P&L. Definitely have to eliminate that. I'm very affected now, the P&L, because I'm still depending on trading as my primary source of income, which is putting a lot of stress on me. I get triggered very easily nowadays, and I tend to compare myself with my peers and get jealous or envious of them. This is not something I'm very proud of. I have never been a person like that. I don't really care too much about what other people are doing. I just focus on what I'm doing. But seems like lately I've been having these thoughts, and I think it's just human to have such thoughts. Yeah, so I mean, I think Instagram was the main cause of it. So I used to really get quite affected when I open Instagram and I see how well other people are doing compared to myself. I'm still struggling here, trying to build my business, trying to do trading, trying to do YouTube, trying to do a lot of things at one time, but it doesn't seem to be working that well. Yeah, but I quickly deleted Instagram, so I got rid of that distraction, and I just want to focus on the process, and do things with a higher level of intention, not just to make money, but do it out of love and kindness, and sort of enjoy what I'm doing, and hopefully I can inspire or educate people who are joining me along my journey as well, on how tough it is and how rewarding it is at the end, during the process as well. Yeah, so where I place my attention is definitely where I put my energy. So I don't want to waste my time and energy on stupid things like envy or jealousy, and I want to focus on where I am now. I acknowledge that I'm at a point where I'm still not making money consistently, but I'm going to improve myself each and every day, and hopefully I will get where I want to be as well. And it'll be fun to have this journey and have you guys along with me on the ride. Yeah, so definitely have to prepare for this week's trading, so hopefully I'll do better in this week's trading, but all I can really focus on is the process and the executions. So taking high probability trades and executing well on them. There's nothing else that's within my control. So hopefully if you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.